Right now, if it starts raining, you check your phone for the forecast, grab an umbrella, and go about your day. Rain is an inconvenience. Maybe a delay. That's it. For most of human history, rain wasn't an inconvenience. It was a decision point. It decided whether you ate, whether you stayed dry enough to survive the night, and sometimes, whether you lived. So what did they actually do, for hour after hour, trapped under a sky that wouldn't stop? The answer starts with shelter, but it doesn't end there. Early humans didn't build houses, they read landscapes. A rock overhang, a cave mouth, a dense stand of trees. These weren't backups, they were known locations, mapped in memory long before the clouds arrived. Archaeological evidence from rock shelters and cave sites across the world shows the same locations reused for generations, sometimes thousands of years apart. That kind of knowledge doesn't survive by accident. It gets passed down, because forgetting it could kill you. But here's what's easy to miss. Rain didn't just threaten the body, it froze the day. No hunting, no foraging, no fire half the time, because wet wood doesn't burn. So what filled those hours? Waiting did. And waiting, it turns out, wasn't empty. We do know what happened around fire at night, because anthropologist Polly Wiessner actually measured it. She recorded conversations among the Jew hoansi of the Kalahari, and found that nighttime talk around the fire was overwhelmingly stories, myths, and jokes. A complete shift from the practical, logistical talk of the daytime. It's not a stretch to think rain forced something similar. Pack a group of people under the same overhang for hours, with nothing to hunt and no fire to tend, and the most likely thing that fills the silence is each other. Talk, teaching, tool-making, the things daily survival usually crowds out. Fire gave people the night. Rain may have given them each other, whether they wanted it or not. Something stranger. Without screams, without conversation, sometimes without anything to do, people were left alone with their own minds for hours at a stretch. Psychologists who study modern attention spans point out that this kind of unstructured stillness barely exists anymore. We fill every gap, every wait, every pause. Our ancestors didn't have that option. The rain made the silence for them. We don't know exactly what they thought about in those hours. No one wrote it down. But we know what happens to a mind that isn't allowed to be busy. It wanders backward into memory, and forward into worry, or hope, or planning. Psychologists call this default mode thinking, and it's the same mental state linked to some of our deepest insight and creativity. Maybe the rain wasn't just an obstacle they endured. Maybe it was one of the only times they were forced to just sit, and think, and be still. We built umbrellas so we'd never have to find out what that felt like again.